What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have 10 things that you might have missed in the Call of Duty multiplayer Modern Warfare reveal stream. That is right, 10 things. Now, I'm not gonna lie, if you are new to the channel and you've pressed on this video and you're recommended and you've watched many of these videos already, I'm guessing there's only going to be one or two, maybe three things on this list that you will not have known. But I'm guessing that's still better than what you might have expected coming into this video. And if you're a subscriber of mine, honestly, all 10 of these things you might not know. So without further ado, drop a like, subscribe, and let's get right into the video. Number one on my list is the Riot Shield. That is right, I'm getting the thumbnail out the way straight away. The Riot Shield has been confirmed to be making a return into Modern Warfare, and it has been shown in the screenshots. In case you don't believe me, there's a screenshot right here with a Riot Shield, and also a developer did respond to a comment on Twitter saying that yes, indeed, the Riot Shield is making a return, so that is 100% coming back. And in the 2v2 mode, that's going to be absolutely just crazy, isn't it? The Riot Shield 2v2s, that's going to be so good. Obviously, you'd probably have a secondary, but it's just going to be so much fun, honestly. Riot Shield 2v2 is going to be so good. Number 9 on the list is the new gun bench. What is this? The gun bench? Well, pretty much there's many different versions of each attachment by the looks of things. So there's like 3 different versions of a foregrip, there's like 3 different versions of a stock, and there also looks to be multiple different versions of long barrels and reflex sights. And this is something that I'm really excited for, because honestly, more customization in the attachments the better, because the different combinations that you can have with your guns, it's really going to make each weapon unique to you, the player, and what you prefer. You're not going to have the same class as someone, you know, like in Black Ops 4, everyone just runs Maddox, double quick draw stock, and Elo sight. Everyone just runs that on the Maddox. And the SORG, it's the same thing. It's ICR, it's the same thing. Everyone runs the same thing on every gun, and it's really annoying. That's one of the things I don't like about Black Ops 4, and I think Modern Warfare is really going to shake up the way that the attachments and the way that you customize your gun to the way that you want it to work. And I think that's something that I'm really excited for, and something you probably might not have known is this new gun bench system. So that's 2 things out the way. Let's head into number 8 on the list, and that is Killcams are making a return. Now, it wasn't really confirmed, but from what we saw, every single Killcam in the stream was a final Killcam, as opposed to the play the game. Now, play the game could still be making a return into maybe like a hard point or a TDM, but I highly doubt it. It's not something that I could see the Modern Warfare series doing, especially considering that we've already seen only Killcams in this 2v2 mode. You'd think that at least the Search and Destroy will still have Killcams, and hopefully TDM and other modes as well. That means the trickshotting community is going to be back and better than ever, if you ask me. So I am really excited for Killcams making a return. Next up is the new sprinting system. Now, if you're a subscriber of mine, you definitely would not really know about this, but if you've already watched gameplay and you're digging around for information, you probably know what I'm talking about here. So what the new sprinting system is there's 2 different types. So you have your standard normal Call of Duty sprinting, and then you have your super sprinting, which is like you run 1.5 times faster by the looks of things. That's not an exact number, don't quote me on that, but that's what it looks like. So you run faster, but the risk reward is that if you get caught in a gunfight, it's going to take you a lot longer to pull up your weapon and aim and then shoot, as opposed to them who is running normally, who can aim and shoot faster than you. But obviously, if you can run faster, then you can flank the enemy a lot easier, and you can get to objectives and run out of the spawn faster. So I do think it is a mechanic that I will welcome into the Call of Duty franchise, so I'm pretty happy to see that. Next up is the new mounting mechanic. That's right, another new mechanic, and a lot of people are thinking that it's just leaning. It's not just leaning. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. So pretty much, if you walk up to a horizontal head glitch, right, and you mount your weapon onto that head glitch, it's going to give your weapon significantly less recoil vertically, so up and down. You're not going to have as much recoil going up if you mount onto a head glitch. But if you mount your weapon onto a wall, then you're going to have less recoil to the left and right, or horizontally. So it's just the opposite of what you mount to. But the downside of mounting is that you cannot strafe or back off that surface that you're mounted onto without actually pressing the button again to disengage the mount. That's what it looks like. That's what I've heard from a lot of people and gathered the information from like different sources. That's what it looks like so far. So mounting is definitely not just leaning, it's a bit more complicated than that and a bit more useful and risk reward than just leaning. So I'm pretty excited to see that coming. We'll see how it plays out. Maybe it's just in the 2v2 mode, we'll have to see. Next up on my list is sliding. Sliding is making a return in Modern Warfare. I'm pretty excited for this because dolphin dives have come in like World War II, and Black Ops 2 obviously had it, but we haven't seen it since World War II. So it's good to see sliding coming back. It's definitely the more useful of the hold B, option. So good to see sliding making a return. Next up, we have the Stim shot. That's right, the Stim shot is making a return, and it looks like it's going to be a tactical piece of equipment. So I'm just going to assume that your health's going to regen automatically, because that's just what it looks like from what everyone's been saying. Health is going to regen automatically, but if you want to regen your health faster, then you can use the Stim shot, which I am a big fan of that system. I think it might have been like that in Infinite Warfare. Don't quote me on that. Just heard someone say that the other day, and I didn't play too much Infinite Warfare, so I'm not exactly sure. Next up is the new Crosshair system. That's right, there's a kind of new Crosshair system. It looks to be similar to Apex, kind of, in the way that your Crosshair kind of moves a little bit up and down with your weapon type of thing, so it's not exactly always centered. I'm not sure, I'm honestly not sure on that one. Don't quote me on that one, but the thing I do know for sure is that there's a center dot in the middle. So that is 100%. There's a center dot, so you don't have to have that piece of tape on your screen with a little dot in the middle if you were that guy before. That's actually pretty funny of you. People still do that, and even people on PC run a software that puts a dot in the center of the screen, so having it native to the game is actually really useful. But I actually would be really curious to see if that screen shake actually moves the crosshair with it. That is one thing that I'm not sure on, but it kind of looked like it. So that's interesting to have a look at when we get our hands on the game. Next up is the execution/assassination. So pretty much back in the Halo days, if you meleeed someone in the back, you'd get a nice little animation of you killing them in a third-person perspective, which was really cool. And it looks like something similar is coming to the Call of Duty franchise. I'll have the gameplay in the background because there was 3 instances of this happening where if you meleeed someone in the back, you get a nice little third-person animation of you knifing them in the back of the neck, which was actually really cool to see. So I'm actually really glad that that new mechanic/feature is coming into the game. I don't know if it's 2v2 specific, because it might not be that useful in multiplayer, because I'd say that not having the animation would be better from a competitive perspective, but in pubs, like, definitely have the animation type of thing, if you know what I mean. I think that might be everything. Did I talk about... No, I don't think I talk about assist making a return. Assist and making a return, as opposed to the kills are assists type of thing that they had in Black Ops 4. So I think this is going to go hand in hand with the rumored/leaked kill streaks making a return as opposed to score streaks. So just quickly, in case you didn't know, in Black Ops 4 and a lot of the previous Call of Duties, there's always been score streaks. So you'll get score for capping a flag, and you can use that score towards your kill streaks, score streaks, sorry. And then before those games came out, like in the old Call of Duty games, it was just kill streaks. So what would happen is you would have to only get 3 kills for a UAV, but if you capped the flag, that would not count towards your progress to that UAV. And also, streak kills counted towards your next streak. So I don't think that will be making a return, because that's kind of OP, especially with streaks these days getting a fair few kills, especially in the later Call of Duties. Like the attack choppers and the sniper's nest, they just go in, don't they? So it's going to be really interesting to see. I'm pretty sure the nuclear is going to be coming back, the tactical nuke, that's going to be making a return. But going a bit off topic here, probably giving you guys a bit of extra information that you might not have cared about. So anyway, that's all of the things on my list, I believe. I'm guessing you've at least learned 1 or 2 things from this list, because I've done a fair bit of research into it. Did I mention the hit marker system? I think I did. Pretty much, in case I didn't mention, I might have mentioned it right at the start, it looks like you can have bigger hit markers for hip firing and then smaller hit markers for aiming and then hitting the shot just quickly. I don't remember if I mentioned that, probably did. But is this video 10 minutes yet? Oh yes, look at that, 10 minutes, how good. Hopefully this video does well. If you are new, make sure to drop a like, subscribe on that road to 2.5k. Hopefully I've given you guys some insight into some things that you might not have known. And drop a like, subscribe, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.